Hey there, Tavern Goers. This is your favorite friend and secret lover, just kidding, Jeff. I'm here to tell you that I know you've been waiting on the edge of your seats for this episode, and the delay is entirely my fault. I do plan to get us right back on track, but unfortunately, we did miss one whole drop. But worry not, we have some great stuff coming around the pipe. I won't talk too much more and muddy this. Enjoy the episode, and please support. We had to sneak up on today's app.
Hey everybody, my name is Jameson Oxford. Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. I am, as you probably know, your dungeon master.
You're our fumble master today.
Absolutely, sir. I rolled a nat 1 on history.
I even gave you advantage. Are we recording? No. Are you sure? Standing by it.
Okay, hey man. Sometimes the dice tell a story, and today the story is failure. My name is, as I said, Jameson Oxford. I will be your dungeon master. Today, I'm going to be playing a game called Forbidden Island, but the rest of the team, who will introduce them next, will be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Playing with me today is...
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
I'll be joining you today as the feral tiefling, Alistair Crumley.
Like sexually feral?
Probably.
It's a tiefling, so
One would
one
assume.
assumes.
So it's going to be gay and feral. Got it.
Geralt.
Bye?
Geralt?
Feray. Fey.
Geralt to Ferial.
Nice. Look out. Playing with me today, wink.
I'm Katie Mischief.
So excited.
Oh, man.
He did the wink. It's kind of gross. I'm Katie Mischief, and today I will be playing... Oh, goodness. Who will I be playing? Jeff's playing someone different. Why don't I get to play someone different?
Because we're going to be back on track in some way, goddammit. So we got to have Evelina and Adeyru do some stuff. We let the other two do a bunch of stuff.
Fine. I'm going to be playing Evelina Chopin, the Clarendon, level 9, best roller in the house.
It's true.
And
That is facts.
I think I'll be the only one that survives. And playing Yahtzee with me today, sexually, is...
We all know that wink was for me. And I'm Mitch. And I play Adeyru. And Adeyru plays a barbarian playing a druid. And I'm here to fuck shit up, or fuck shit down, or unfuck shit. It's not clear, but I'm here to make things happen. Let's go.
Put your dick away. All right, so
Jeff winked. I can't do that.
thank you everybody for coming back.
Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in ceiling fan.
Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, check all our other stuff out. We run a Twitch stream. You can support us on Patreon if you love the show. This is a terrible time for me to feel like selling or promoting ourselves, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel like we're not ready lately. There's a lot going on. It's unprecedented times, as we all know. And life upheavals, both good and bad around here. So...
Hey, I just want to talk over Jay right here, because he said the bad...
Absolutely.
He said the U word, and the U word is a bad word.
Yes.
And while that is true,
That's why I said it.
I do want to be clear that we are having a lot of stuff happen in our group, but most of it is good
Yeah.
or okay.
Yeah.
Like, we're solid.
It's a good and bad.
Our product is suffering, but, you know, we are good.
I got a puppy!
Yeah, it's good.
See? I got 2 car doors today. I needed those for reference, because you wouldn't know that, because you don't know that I needed car doors, but I have them now.
That's good.
I didn't know you needed car doors.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you now have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a sweet deal.
I'm getting ready to have a child, which studies show means that I'm less likely to rebel against our government, which is a shame.
History also indicates he may be off the podcast for 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I hope longer. We'll see about that. We might have to come up with a little plot or plan for that.
Maternity leave. Paternity leave.
Paternity, yeah.
Yeah, I put a P in there.
Okay, I heard eternity leave, which...
Eternity leave! Man!
That sounds great. I would love some eternity leave. Anyway.
Shout out to my millennials. I would love some eternity leave.
That's what I'm calling my maternity leave.
We're vamping like we're trying to kill time. Jeff, get us out of here.
Last time on Torchlit Tavern. Blackpowder.
Blackpowder!
Blam!
Blam!
Blam, 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 blam.
Hey everyone, it's me again. I know, you missed me. So, normally Jay cuts these together, and as I said, I'm pretty behind. As he said in this episode, some crazy stuff's happening. Again, we're gonna get back to track. Until then, last time, Adeyru and Evalina were able to hash out some of their issues, while they were on the way to deal with Adeyru's issues with his family. But along the way, they ran into a couple quirky individuals, Eric the Barbarian, and their new friend, Alistair Crumley. With their help, they were able to help some just everyday people trying to survive the mess that was the fires in the forest. Fires in the forest that threatened the spirit of the forest itself, as without any forest, there is no spirit.
Let me tell you a story. Once there was a small hamlet near a forest. The forest was guarded by a powerful nature spirit, and the spirit was protected by a circle of druids. The spirit, the druids, and the people in this small hamlet did not trouble one another, as long as the people respected the woods. One day a group of adventurers came to investigate a dark temple nearby. The temple was often a hiding place for dark creatures and evil beings, which the party largely quelled, making the area safer and open to trade. Soon after, the town began to grow, as news of a safe town on the rise got around. It was outside the realm of the king's reach, and this stead grew quickly, but with growth came a need for wood. Soon, as the people expanded the town, they began to be attacked and accosted by the spirit of the woods. It became dangerous for travelers in and out of the hamlet, as well as making it impossible to procure lumber. The adventurers who had settled in the hamlet fought and slayed the spirit in a horrible battle. Soon after, the circle of druids came to avenge their totem, attacking the townsfolk and attempting to lure the heroes into the woods. The heroes came again and won, and took the elder druid alive. Amongst the party was a sorcerer, and he felt the need to make a spectacle of the elder, to discourage the circle from further conflict upon his new home. He tied the druid to a tall wooden stake, but before he did, he maimed him, cutting the druid's flesh and forcing his cries to carry into the woods. The circle had already been defeated. What was left of them watched from the forest's edge as the sorcerer finished his grim message by setting fire to the elder. The flames stopped in time only by a fortunate spring rain. Years passed, and the hamlet became a city, and the world moved on, forgetting this and treating it as just another speed bump in the way of progress. But the broken circle remembers. And now so do you.
As Eric finishes his story, as he is wont to do when traveling with a new group, you guys have been traveling for only a short period of time together. You've known each other maybe an hour total. Adeyru, you're familiar with Eric, but most of you are not. And Alistair has been doing his best to lead you through this area of woods that he is very, very used to, trying to avoid flames and smoke as you guys are moving toward what Eric said are more people who might need help.
Are you sure it's this way?
Yeah, pretty sure. Not a lot of choices. You're the one leading the way.
True enough.
I'm looking for a pond and a stream. Follow the stream to the east
maybe we find him.
Oh, yeah. The pond. Follow me. We'll find him. We'll find him soon.
Evalina hangs out at the back of the party, keeping a very obvious eye on these two new people, but is 100% taking the lead from Adeyru and has learned that the woods is not something she's used to, and just because she's traveled through this woods kind of before with her father does not mean she knows what the fuck she's doing. So she's leaning on Adeyru heavily to deal with this situation in her full plate and not stealthy.
Clankety, 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 clank.
Yeah, I have a negative to my dex, and it's showing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me say from experience, you can move very quick in full plate.
Sure.
You can't change direction very quick.
But you can move.
There's been many a times while traveling through the woods as Alistair leads you along that you are very thankful for the rigidity and strength of your greaves and boots from making sure that you don't roll an ankle on this terrible terrain.
It's bad.
Evelina's like, shit. God damn it. Like, I stepped in shit one time, and I was just mad, and I was just...
Are you okay, lady?
I am fine.
That's good.
How long have I been interacting with Eric? Is it before this? Do me and Eric have already some rapport?
You are familiar with Eric in a passing way. He has come through before. He has bought and traded in the area. He always tips people well for stories and information.
Okay, cool.
He brings supplies. He does trade.
I'm not unfamiliar with him.
Yeah.
This is not like a, who are you? This is like a, it's you.
Who are you?
Tell you what, give me an insight check to see how your interactions with him have gone in the past.
Certainly. Not one.
Fuck this guy!
Eric has been an incredibly loud, obnoxious, friendly man. He is always helpful to a fault, and you're pretty sure that he has survived in the woods through dumb luck.
Ah, he's a well-meaning idiot that I've run into several times.
He comes through and he makes trades, and everybody likes him, and there's nothing wrong with Eric, but honestly, you don't get him.
You think he's an annoying piece of shit.
No, not even that.
He's just got that face.
Yeah, as stated before, he has always had that face, but Nat 1, there's nothing wrong with Eric. He's fine.
I want to make it clear how bad that is. It's actually a nat 1 -1. So it's a 0.
Eric's your dad. You're almost certain.
Eric's your real dad.
You are pretty sure Eric is your mother.
That makes more sense. I know my father. Are you my mother?
Eric, yeah, he's fine.
Eric's your mom.
You just try to nuzzle under his wing there when it's cold, you know.
Yeah, well-meaning idiot. As far as I know. He's a nice guy, I guess. Yeah, okay, cool. I know how to feel about him.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Picture perfect. That means I have basically the most neutral engagement with him.
Can I have an insight check on how I feel about him?
Yeah, sure. Yours will be at disadvantage because you have not interacted with him much.
All right, well, I rolled a 16 and a 19, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm an inquisitor.
Yeah, I figured that it wouldn't hurt you too much.
She inquisits hard.
I gotta throw you a roadblock every once in a while.
25. How do I feel about this man?
For a total of 25 with a 16.
My character's disgusting. I made a character to be good because none of you guys are.
Evalina reads him as a lovable, helpful idiot. He seems simple and straightforward and well-meaning. And you cannot shake the feeling that that is an act. A very, very well-crafted act that even makes you think, maybe I'm reading too much into him.
Yeah. But I was already kind of suspicious.
I think Adeyru's hackles being raised the moment he showed up help you with beating into that.
Yeah, I was like, I Wait.
You watch Adeyru's subliminal cues. You're like, oh, the dog doesn't like him. Oh no, my pet cat doesn't like him.
Right, my dog doesn't like anyone, but my dog really doesn't like you.
Yes.
And about that moment, Adeyru turns to Evalina and says, watch your step, Evalina. And he points in front of you, and a conspicuous hole opens up right in front of where your next step would be. Mold Earth has no verbal components, semantic only.
Okay.
So effectively, Adeyru makes a tripping hole and says to watch your step.
No, I followed what you're doing. Why?
You're a bit of an asshole.
Are you ingratiating yourself to your already ingratiated companion?
No, Adeyru is trying to make a ploy.
Okay.
Are we supposed to let you keep going with that, or what? How am I engaging with it?
It's Evelina's turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Adeyru said, hey, don't trip, and then made a hole to trip in.
What do you do with that information?
I'm gonna insight that.
Wonderful. Roll another insight. She's good at this. Hey, roll with advantage because you know this guy.
You're not the DM. Can I roll with advantage because I know this guy?
I'm aware. It was a joke.
Wait, no. I'm going against Adeyru. Adeyru, do I have advantage against you in this scenario?
I don't know. Adeyru's trying to... Hang on. Yes, I aid.
All right. I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
You're kidding me.
Fucking A.
Oh, you needed that advantage. Holy shit.
I wasn't going to let on that I was going to fail.
You look at Adeyru like, you fucking asshole, and then you realize there must be something deeper going on. There has to be, because otherwise, why are we doing this?
There has to be.
Because otherwise, Adeyru would have put it under her current step, not in front of her.
Right. So, 29? What are you trying to tell me? Oh, autistic one.
Wow, rude. Fall in the hole. Trip. Make it look convincing.
I roll a performance to trip.
Okay.
24.
Alistair, I'll need you to roll to try to beat her as well with Eric, since you would... Oh, I need to complete the ritual.
Complete the ritual!
The ritual is complete.
That's a 25 for deception.
Okay, well, I didn't pass that for sure.
Or a 21 for performance. I don't know which one I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did she did?
Oh, I did performance. I'll do,
Whatever you want to do.
21 or greater.
I'll keep that. It's the same either way. It's +5 to each of them.
What'd you get?
24.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. What did Eric roll?
Numbers.
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, Adeyru's role was just to covertly cast the spell. It does only have a semantic component, but to still not make it obvious.
I believe it. Let me tell you. Alistair looks back and goes,
Where'd that come from? Careful.
Oh, these people have no idea what they're doing in the woods, do they, Alistair?
Alistair kind of does this weird, like almost rolls his eyes and goes, yes.
Surely they don't.
Adeyru stops and then falls back towards the back of the party, which, he was sort of mid-back anyway. Are you well, my friend? Did you hurt yourself? And Adeyru kneels down next to Evalina to check her leg for her and says, we need to get rid of Eric as soon as we can. I'll tell you more later, but we can't be having him round. The other one, we'll see.
I agree. I don't think I like him. Something about him seems fake.
Aye. Are we near our objective? I think we may need to let this one rest a bit before we can carry on.
yeah, are we near our objective? I'm the one leading. I would know. You told me creek in a pond.
Yeah. Maybe another 30 minutes of travel. It's not far. The only concern that you guys have noticed is in the last little bit, you guys have been avoiding the fire and smoke, and you guys have had to move cloth to your mouths recently because the smoke is picking back up in this area.
What about a half hour out? Closer if I weren't on foot. Too much smoke for flying or breathing well here. Should be there soon.
Of course the motherfucker can fly.
You have giant wings on my back.
Well, if things are going to get worse, we could always take a breather if we need it. Evelina, are you okay down there? You didn't break anything? Adeyru, she's alright, right?
Aye, seems to be.
I am okay. I just am not used to this kind of walk path. But if we see any primacy or fire starters, at least I'll be able to help get them off our back or dispatch them.
When you say you're not used to this kind of footpath, Alistair raises an eyebrow and tries to look around your body and then goes,
You ain't got no wings. Why you not used to footpath?
These kinds of footpaths.
Huh?
The ones with holes in them.
Certainly.
I understand that you live here with nothingness and trees, but where I come from there are paved footpaths to get between one destination to another.
Yes, well, thanks to the primacy, I can't live in places like that. Haven't been able to do that since I was just a boy. So, you'll excuse my familiarity.
And because of the way I was born, I've had to. So, let's not hear our sub-stories. We're here for a reason.
Oh, no sobbing here.
Eric walks up awkwardly with a bandage and a couple of sticks.
You need a splint?
No,
She's wearing greaves, you buffoon. It's the best splint she'd be having than be made out of sticks and cloths. Come now.
Oh, there's a lot of awkwardness going on with this group. What's,
I wear primacy colors.
And I hate the primacy.
Oh, most do. Yeah.
Yeah?
I assume that since she's with Adeyru, that's not really a problem.
I'm coming to, accept this, yeah?
I hope not.
Yeah, you don't know Adeyru, but I do. He's alright.
I also appreciate the splint, but I am capable of healing myself and prefer not to be touched.
Well, then why are we taking a break? We should get going.
Agreed.
I actually use this time to heal myself because I actually am very, very hurt.
Did realize that you have wounds.
I am pretty hurt. I mean, like...
If you don't want to cast spells, we can assume that you did get a short rest if you want to take one of those.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest.
Instead of using slots, any of you can take a short rest if you like, leading up to this scene.
I have full health.
I can take a short rest. That's a thing I can do.
Alright, take a 5-minute breather, you guys. It's hard to breathe this smoke. Adeyru, what news? We have a moment?
Fuck mothering dick shit.
It's been a while.
What can I do for you?
Well, just checking up. Last time we saw each other, I was helping you with that one issue, by the way. Totally taken care of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can't help but feel like you're not happy to see me.
Things are complicated when you are present, no?
No. I don't follow. I could say the same about you. The last time I saw you, you were killing...
They had a gay lover moment! And it complicates everything!
He wishes!
Stolen glances!
I mean...
Soft brushing of hands.
If you're into it, we can always...
Stolen glances.
Stolen glances.
Look, there has been in primacy territory. Everything has been stolen.
That is fair.
Glances, kisses.
His breathing has been stolen.
If you don't want me to help you, you can say so. But the tricks, so you can talk to her alone, you can just ask.
He rolled a nat 20 for his insight, by the way.
I assume. The only time you roll well is when it interferes with a good thing.
You make me uncomfortable. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
Exactly. So his stolen moments are to speak to me are none of your concern.
You are an inquisitor. It's only fair that I would be just as suspicious of both of you.
Feel free. But we're on the way to help some of your friends, yes?
Only if you want to. I figure we could help each other.
It is on the way. There is no reason to not have good faith.
I wish to help people.
Look, the people that I was looking for, the reason I thought you might help, his name is Polly Ukaipa. I understand you know him.
Fuck.
Aye,
Then you do know me.
we do know him, yes.
By illustrious stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he's spoken very highly of you. I can't deny. I get it. Very pretty. Tall. I could climb you like a mountain. I mean, it's inappropriate. I'm sorry. Are you guys ready to continue?
Yes.
I'm not extremely charismatic, so I think that Alistair, with a weird wide-eyed look, just has been looking back and forth between the two of you and going, "Is it time to leave yet?"
Yes.
All right, let's get going. I don't know who this Polly is, but I know that we're gonna need a bunch of hands to dispatch the work that's left here.
I turn to him, to Alistair.
Yes,
Alistar or Stare?
Alistair.
Stare. Okay. Just making sure. I turn to Alistair.
I think actually it's Alistair.
Bitch, it's your name.
My God!
Yeah.
What is it?
Which one is it? Because all of them sound wrong to me now.
It's Alistair. It's E-R. Alistair.
I turn to Alistair,
I hate it.
which is the worst version that it could be, by the way.
Yeah, I hate it. It's so...
I have strong feelings.
Yeah, I know.
I turn to Alistair,
My daddy's an orc, all right? Of course it's the worst version.
and I kind of bark at him like an order, but not like I'm like, move. In Infernal, it's more like I'm uncomfortable, let's go. Like, me and you, homie, let's get out of here, let's go save these people. But I say it in Infernal, and I see if he understands it.
I don't know. That's up to Jay. Do I get to just know Infernal because it's in my blood?
Were you raised by devils? No.
I'm a third-generation tiefling.
Third generation?
Yes.
You know demonic.
Huh.
But I'm sure Demonic and Infernal are like Spanish and Portuguese.
No. No, not even a little bit.
You mean to say that you couldn't understand the other if you heard it? Because people who speak Spanish do not speak Portuguese.
I can pick out words of a Portuguese.
I could pick out words of Spanish.
I can pick out words.
Alistair looks at you weird, and then he replies in demonic, but he doesn't know if he's replying the right answer.
Does the devil in my head know Demonic?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Jay! Work for it, Jay! Work for it!
Does her devil AI know demonic? Fucking devil GPT?
It's fucking Cortana.
He doesn't speak your language. He speaks old creation.
Do you understand him?
It is the language of the demons.
Right, but know thy enemy, yes?
Yes. He says he doesn't speak your language.
So you told me what he said to begin with?
Adeyru's just standing there and like all of his hair is standing up at this point because one person used the bad words and then the other person used the other bad words and Adeyru has no idea what anyone said, but that was the bad people using the bad words.
I look at him, confused. Who taught you to speak like that?
Adeyru and Eric are both giving you the same look.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck, guys?
I look back at you and go, as I said, I'm a tiefling that's not with the primacy. You don't look like this on the first turn. Your people know that.
I'm not the first turn either.
I'm third generation.
And your mother was a demon?
No,
Then why do you speak the language of demons?
I don't know. It's a language that was passed on to me by my father
for the primacy had him killed. Well, maybe not the primacy directly, but directly because of him.
Adeyru cast Cloud Kill. We all die.
We all die in this moment.
I take it. I die.
You can choose to fail, right?
I choose to fail.
It's just Eric there in the woods going, well, that was awkward.
Oh.
Eternity leave.
Eric speaks up, and he says, as he hears you guys talk about that, and he says the language and this idea of a tiefling unconnected to the primacy, and he says,
Your family was part of the catastrophe cult.
I don't know.
13 to know what the fuck.
history check?
13 plus 2, 15.
15. Evalina, with a 15, the catastrophe cult is something that you recall from a history class in the Inquisitor Garrison. It was a few hundred years back. The catastrophe cult was a group that supposedly hastened the big catastrophe, an event that is famous in this realm as sort of wiping the history clean. It's something that's been alluded to many times throughout the campaign as like the last time everything was reset. A huge explosion happened that sort of decimated a lot of towns. Everything within a 200-mile radius of the Balfallen Sea was wiped out, and the Balfallen Sea used to be called the Balfallen Lake because it was increased in size significantly when this happened. The catastrophe cult was a group of demon worshippers at the time who supposedly helped it come along if it wasn't for the help of a handful of adventurers. You don't remember any of that information. There was a group of adventurers that supposedly minimized the impact, but they all died, and you don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't care about them. That was hundreds of years ago.
They're dead. Who cares?
Over 500 years ago, to be exact.
Don't get me wrong. The primacy is evil. They side with the devils to bring about their own perfect world. But where does that come from? Your family and your ancestors going after the demons, worshipping them.
Yeah, and to help Jeff, it has been 500 years. Your family could have been really uninvolved in any of that by now.
It's not your fault now, right? But
yeah.
Like, hey, listen, World War II only happened because of World War I, okay?
Exactly, yeah.
There was way, way, way less of a gap between World War I and World War II.
Not when you're an elf, it's all the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless elves were involved.
Yeah. One generation, 500 years.
So I look at you and I go, my family were orcs. We were natives, lived off the land. Creatures that interacted with the world in a different way. You want to blame us orcs, the few of us that got entangled in something crazy 500 years ago, for what you've done? Strange.
The only problem I have with orcs are that they normally don't see or treat me kindly. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. You look like that not because you're an orc. It's a weird badge to wear when you look like that.
Unfortunately, I can't look any other way.
Me neither. You are the pot and I am the kettle, yes?
Sure.
Because you are both fire resistant, yes?
Yes, exactly, Adeyru.
Nailed it.
We say this while walking, by the way.
As we're about to arrive, I go, anyways, life's been hard. If you're not part of the primacy, we're here.
Sorry, you just gave the GM whiplash. Congratulations. Put that down in your achievement book.
That was perfect. That's exactly the effect I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what a -1 modifier on charisma looks like.
We're here.
We're here.
Yeah. You found the pond a little while ago and you were following it up. And right as he says that, you guys hear the sounds of animal cries. But Adeyru, you recognize that these animal cries are off. They are very clearly coming out of more human voice boxes. You also see that the smoke has gained more and the heat of a wildfire can be felt in the area. After a few cries go out, you also hear the sound of people shouting in common. There seems to be some sort of battle going on.
When you say fake animal calls, do you mean like signals, or do you mean like some fucking redneck who doesn't know what a female elk is doing his best and doing a bad job?
Roll perception.
Oh, god damn it. I'm going to call it. I'm going to roll 7 to 9. That's going to be my roll. Where's the 20? All right, never mind. All right. 21.
21.
21.
A couple of those are definitely shifter signals, and it's about positioning.
Yeah.
They're fighting.
Gotcha.
They're fighting, and they are ambushing.
Gotcha.
As you guys hear this, and you're following the stream, Eric kind of looks to Alistair. Alistair. I hate it.
God, I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's real bad. This is a phenomenal choice for being an asshole. It's 10 out of 10, no notes.
Thank you.
He turns to Adeyru and Evalina, and he says, sounds like, found a party.
Let me try something before we just go on then. And in Infernal, I yell, Battalion, status report.
Give me a charisma check with disadvantage because they haven't seen you. Persuasion.
Either way. Persuasion. It will be a 22.
So yeah, you hear them call back to you.
Nice tits. Who's your CO?
Nice tits.
Santetian Battalion 8. Who goes there?
I motion for the party to hang back. And I go out towards the voice. And I yell out in an Infernal, it's Inquisitor Chopin, daughter of Grand High Inquisitor Chopin.
You step forward, and you take in the scene. You guys come away from the stream. You break a little bit of tree line, and you see that ahead of you, across a small, semi-trodden path, it looks like people move through here occasionally. More of a hiking trail than a road. But on the other side of it is a short cliff about 10 feet up. You see that a group of primacy soldiers are setting up like ropes to climb down. A bunch of them are like looking back towards the burning woods that they've clearly started, because you see that a couple of the soldiers are carrying flame spheres. And standing by the rope, poking his head over as you come around the corner, is another tiefling. He appears to be a rank just below yours. Inquisitor Chopin?
Did I not make myself clear?
Sorry, it's just surprising to see one of such rank here. I was not aware. What can we do for you?
I'm hunting someone.
Well, permission to share notes later. We are currently under attack.
Bye. I see no one here.
Circle.
The broken circle?
Wildlings. We haven't seen them yet either, but one of the men went down.
And you're planning on jumping the cliff to avoid them?
The fire's already set. Our back is to a cliff. We felt it was best to not be here.
I agree. Get moving. Have you seen any strange-looking tieflings in these parts? That is who I'm hunting. They are demon worshippers, you know.
No. My orders were simple. Start fires, drive the shifters toward the center of the woods. He starts ordering some of the people to start coming down the rope.
So push all the people towards the center. I heard of this part, but I've been on mission for weeks, you see. I just came from the Feywild. I've been tracking demon worshippers.
I think that at this point I am going to have you roll that deception check.
Yes. Nat 20!
Fuck.
25, I think.
You knew what was coming, Jay. You knew what was coming.
I know. For the sake of things, I roll.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair.
Can I see this guy she's talking to?
Where are you? She told you to hang back.
Yes, but I mean, I'm just trying to hide somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in a position where you want to see him, you can either give me a hide check to get close enough to see him, or a perception check at disadvantage to see him from a position where he shouldn't be able to see you.
I mean, they're both going to be shitty, if I'm going to be honest with you. Both take disadvantage.
Or you can hang back and not worry about it. But if you roll, failure will have consequences.
Maybe if I pray to God enough, he'll give me wings.
I'll go with perception because there's less consequences there.
Sure.
That's pretty solid. That's less solid. 10.
You don't see him. You do see from where you are. I'm going to say that you can't see up on the hilltop, but you do see as the rope shakes, you see a couple of primacy soldiers dropping into position. One of them seems to be a kobold with a flamethrower. Yes, that's right. We're back.
Hang on. Is it the same one?
No.
Okay.
Adeyru hasn't seen him yet, but it is not the same one. That would be crazy.
Okay, good. That would be nuts.
This one's disheveled. He doesn't have any respect for the uniform.
I like him.
A couple dudes crawl down, and then you see that another rope is being set up. It looks like they're trying to set up a pulley to do something else. And that's what you gather with your perception.
So they're coming down a cliff or going up a cliff?
Yeah, they're coming down a cliff. They're trying to get away from the area they lit on fire.
Okay.
Because the shifters have sort of herded them into a bad position.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm trying to figure out the goddamn plan.
Yeah. Evelina, as you step forward, what is it you continue to say to them? Or do you just let him try to get off the cliff first?
No, I was like, what is the plan? Because perhaps if they're rounding to the center, I will either go to capture my subject in the center, or if there's plans, I will just assume he is dead and move on to another mission.
Well, what's there at the center? Then, I believe, sorry,
Are you on Geish?
She just has to be on the cocaine.
No, it's just that if you don't know the plans, I was told that this is need to know.
I just came from the Feywild. I need to know.
I'm sorry, but I'm under. Sieko gave us all direct orders.
You are on Geish. I see.
This is. Roll me a persuasion check again to manipulate this man.
This one isn't as good. It's only a 19.
Inquisitor Chopin, we are driving them to the center where they will be wiped out. That is all you need to know. Thank you very much.
Are they... You probably don't know my answer to this question, so I won't even ask. I'm sure they don't tell the battalion.
Does anybody get between them and moving their men down this hill at any point?
No, I'm going to cut the ropes. When they start going down, I'm going to cut the ropes.
Where's the kobold with a flamethrower?
Kobold with the flamethrowers at the bottom, as well as another primacy soldier, have taken root. They've set up a pulley system, and you see that somebody up top seems to be attaching something to the second rope and pulley.
So we're on the bottom with them.
Yes, you are at the bottom already.
I thought we were on the top.
No, you are at the bottom.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I thought we were at the top.
No, they are trying to come down.
Gotcha.
The shifters have backed them to the edge of a cliff face. They've kind of attacked a couple of them, so they retreated to this area, realized they had been backed up to this bad position when you showed up. You're at the bottom, they're coming to you. They have no reason to think that coming to you is dangerous because Evalina is bitch, but she's still on their side.
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly.
Is there fire here actively?
You see the flames and you can see smoke coming from on top of the cliff face particularly. They seem to have set fire to everything up there.
Okay, but down here, we're fire free.
You're all right. It's smoky and bad, and wildfires are dangerous, but you're okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that I could light a bolt on fire and launch it from my heavy crossbow?
Do you have the means with which to light a fire, and do you have spare cloth?
Mm-hmm. The answer is definitely yes.
I would like to hold an action.
All right.
The action I would like to hold is a pulley, carries with it the implication of something heavy.
Yes. Yes, it does.
And I would like to mold earth under wherever they have set up this pulley, the edge, when presumable heavy thing arrives, and help them get whatever this is to the bottom of the cliff, quickly.
As fast as possible. Yeah, I love that.
As fast as possible. Efficiency.
Yeah, you're going to hold that action. I get it. I get you.
Yeah.
I'd like to take my surprise round to try to hit specifically the fuel tank on this flame spewer. One assumes it's mechanical and not magical.
Yes. It is a creation of artifice, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Because talking as a free action, Adeyru is going to call out with the hold signal, effectively, to the shifters. Stand by, or hold, or wait, or at ready, or whatever.
same rules for her. I'm going to need you to roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage. They have not seen you, but they do recognize the call.
Fuck you. I think it's a 14. Sorry, it's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
Great news for you is just like her, I get to roll.
Last time you rolled a that 20. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
What'd you roll, Jay? What'd you roll?
I don't have to tell you shit. All right. So while you guys are doing that, another soldier has made it down the first thing, and you guys see that setting up on the pulley, they seem to have strapped it to a very strange creature. It appears to be a metal monstrosity, similar to the Warforged units that you have grown accustomed to. But this one seems to be giving off waves of heat. The center of its chest cavity giving off a sort of like burnished red, because it seems like almost a coal fire burning in its chest.
Yeah, I knew that guy.
Yeah, and you realize that it's not rope that they have it set up with, it's a chain that they're lowering it down with, but it is a construct of some kind in the shape of a large deer, which Adeyru in particular would find
Rude.
Insulting.
yeah, kind of blasphemous, but it appears to light things on fire. Like there's a bush that it tramples and it immediately ignites. And this is a construct called a burnished harp.
That thing is a marvel of ingenuity,
Yes.
but also very ugly, I say to him.
Yes. And they proceed to start moving to lower it. It is at this time that you guys may take your held actions that you described if you wish.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just take a step back and start talking to the kobold, you know?
I'm going to drop that hot deer on him.
I think it's a poor choice to talk to the kobold.
She takes half damage.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to shoot a flaming bolt at his fuel source.
All right. We all know how this works. You don't just get surprise actions. Let me get your initiatives.
I get advantage.
Oh shit, do I get... No, I'm not shifted.
11.
Wait, oh fuck. Stupid shield. How does the stupid shield work?
11 for Evalina.
That's right, I roll...
Just long enough for you to forget it every single time.
I know, fucking... I rolled a 3.
17.
Where's the weird fucking shield?
I still get a surprise round.
You do! But your surprise rounds would go in the order of your initiative rolls.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And it's not a round, it's an action. You have a surprise action.
Okay, it's normal. Thank God I had a fucking advantage. Stupid. I get a 14.
Okay.
It's like,
I rolled a fucking 2.
So many 14s were rolled. Why?
I'm a trendsetter, Jay.
Yeah, you are. Well, even though I'm giving you shit, you rolled the highest. So yes, shoot that guy.
fuck yeah, I shoot him.
Shoot that guy.
Yeah, I shoot him. Even though I'm being very precise, I think a 28 will do it.
Yeah.
And I lit it on fire.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
What we're going to do,
I'm going to blow him up.
because I've always said this about the Dwarven Spewers,
I want to go boom.
is that they typically have a 1 in 10 chance of exploding anytime they're hit. We're going to go ahead and roll that, let's say, with advantage, so to speak, to see if it causes it to explode. Go ahead and roll your damage and add 1d6 fire.
Yeah, rolling damage.
Make it a d4. D4 fire.
All right. That is a total of 8 bolt damage and 3 fire.
You'll be happy to know that even though his spewer hasn't been fired recently, which always increases the chances of an explosion, I did just roll that with advantage and rolled a 10, which means that it's going to blow up.
Wonderful.
This kobold goes up in a fireball, and you hear as the mountainside, I'm just assuming your held action is also going to go off, as the mountainside crumbles beneath this construct, you watch as the soldier holding the other end of the chain is crushed beneath a flaming brass monstrosity. The only one who also made it down is the soldier standing in the middle, who's going to take a d6 fire damage from being next to the explosion.
Yeah, I do too.
And is going to be shell-shocked as fuck.
So if you could roll that damage for me, since I too will be taking it.
You are right there, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take... 6 fire.
3 fire.
Yeah. I know you.
Yeah, you have dark vision. We know.
You tieflings.
Hey, I can't be surprised. But somehow this surprised me. I go flying back, I go...
For those at home, she moved her token when she made the sound.
30 feet. She went really far back.
Yeah, I just flew. No, it was only 15 feet from where I was. I get blown 15 feet.
Evalina,
Mm-hmm.
let's be honest. I think you're surprised too.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. I'm definitely surprised.
Yeah, they kind of acted without any direction from you. So we're going to call you surprised as well.
Yeah, color me surprised.
Yeah, so Eric.
I also have a negative dex, like, it happens.
I'm going to say Eric's not surprised, but Eric is going to... He's going to swing up toward this crevice. He's going to jump over this little bit of fire, and he's going to start climbing up this rock formation.
Audio podcast. Heavy reference to map no one can see.
Yes. A rock formation that leads up toward the north.
All right, who's next?
That's what I was trying to figure out, because like you said, surprised conditions are stupid.
Yeah, basically anybody who doesn't have the surprise condition doesn't get a turn.
Doesn't get to go, but they worded it so weirdly, which means it is already your turn again.
Yeah.
They make some cries. The people try to rally their people. They realize that they're under attack. They do not realize that Evelina is not on their side. They assume that they have been surrounded by the enemy. They've gotten around us! Shore up your defenses!
I would like to call out the traditional shifter signal for fuck 'em.
Roll again. Roll your persuasion with disadvantage.
12. Very persuasive.
Can I see the leader?
Yes. If you break cover, yes. Because previously I said you could not. But if you're willing to shoot and, like, do the thing, then people can see you.
What if I just move laterally?
I mean, my point being is if you fire at him, you can see him. That's the way that works, because you're no longer, quote-unquote, hidden.
Okay, well, I shouldn't be, quote-unquote, hidden after the last one.
The implication was that you were always hiding.
The implication.
Sure, whatever. We're in fucking battle.
Yes.
I just want cover. Can I be not quote-unquote hidden, but still quote-unquote in the cover of the brush?
I will call it partial cover.
They don't really do that great in this edition. Partial cover, they don't do it great.
I'll call it partial cover if you're firing from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so good with this fucking crossbow. I'm going to kill that dude who's in charge of them. I'm going to use one of my arcane shots, and I'm going to do Shadow Arrow.
Ooh, this is neat.
And how fucking ballsy am I? Should I be extra ballsy and just try to kill this guy quick? Yeah, fuck it. And I'm going to sacrifice 5 to hit. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit.
Okay, curving arrow. When I miss with a magic arrow, I get to hit somebody else. Curving shot.
Sorry. It's like the most school grade ability I've ever heard in D&D. Like,
I know. Like, well, actually...
Just title it Nuh-uh.
You missed! No, it curves and he hits his friend.
My arrows curve and I hit the other guy.
No, I missed that guy.
Yeah, I love it. What'd you do? You roll again?
Now I can hit somebody else within 60 feet. Is there anybody else important or...
Yeah, the guy next to him appears to be a primacy general. He is wearing the duds of a primacy general.
Sick. I'm going to shoot that guy. I get to re-roll.
There's also the guy down below, but he's next to you, like your friend, so.
Tell me a 22 hits.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 22 hits. What's funny is it doesn't say that any of the stuff I did goes away. So it's still a shadow arrow, and I'm still going to get to add plus 10 to the damage here.
Okay.
So that's what you got coming for you.
Yeah.
The shadow arrow, he's going to need to make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And then he's going to take
Wisdom?
wisdom.
Meets it beats.
Okay. Well, then you're not blinded, basically.
Okay.
You are still going to take 8 and 9 is 17. 17 plus 6 is
Shit.
23. 33 damage.
Fuck. I keep typing numbers and you keep raising it. Okay. He spins in a full fucking, like, I'm going to go ahead and say a full 180-degree spin. Just fully turns his ass around, getting nailed in the upper shoulder. Way close to his neck. Like, he is barely holding on from that one shot.
8 of that damage was psychic, in case that matters at all.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't figure it did.
Yeah, you watch this, I'm going to say he's a tiefling who didn't make it into the academy. You watch this tiefling spin around in a circle as he gets thwacked with that crossbow. Is that the end of your turn?
Nope, I'm a fighter, baby.
Gross.
Well, now it is.
I was going to say, what kind of crossbow is that?
Heavy, but I get to ignore the reloading process for a heavy crossbow.
Gross.
He flicks it like a lever action rifle.
Yeah. Chunk, chunk.
He just grabs it by the lever and flicks the fucking crossbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
He spins it around in a circle like Arnold Schwarzenegger driving a fucking motorcycle.
exactly.
That's fucking right. The next one was a nat one anyway, though, so it was the end of my turn.
That one. Shame.
I don't have any bonus actions because I used it.
Look dope didn't work.
A bit of smoke goes in your eyes at that exact moment and blinds you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end.
Okay. After him is Adeyru.
Gotcha. What's the status of the fire deer thing?
The fire deer is on its side. It is okay. It took some damage from the fall, but it is, like, alive, quote unquote. It looks like it's trying to right itself.
It doesn't look like it's been destroyed or anything.
No.
All right.
The body beneath it has been lit on fire.
That's too bad for him.
Yeah.
We are going to go for thermal shock. Ryan, if you would be so kind.
There's no Ryan here. We'll have to...
Ding!
I guess we'll just have to...
I'll take it.
Mitch's random fact.
So, when it comes to metallurgy, unfortunately, Jay said it was brass and not steel. But when you rapidly cool metals, when you rapidly cool anything, it's very bad for it. It causes great differences between the localized expansion and contraction, and it can cause objects to become damaged or break. So I'm hoping that by using an ice attack on this very hot thing, it will be additionally bad for it.
Keep your filthy physics out of my high fantasy world.
If I wanted to be a real dick and Jay had fucked up and said that it was steel, I would say that I use create water, and I would say that I use salt water, which is an insanely high quench and would definitely cause the steel to explode.
But as stated in a previous episode of Torchlit Tavern, there's no such thing as salt water in the world. Yeah, that's just not a thing.
Hey, it doesn't have to be from the world. It's just water. I just make salty water. It's real weird.
No, but you create water, you don't create earth with the water, and that would definitely be an earth thing. Like, I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. It's a solution.
But you don't create solution, you create water. Water is pure.
Look, man, it's salty water, just like it could be hot water or cold water. That's all I'm saying.
So what do you do, Adeyru?
I hit it with ice damage. I hit it with frostbite.
Okay. That... What does that do? Do I roll? What's up?
Con save DC 15.
Con save. That's the one. All right. There it is. It has a +3 to con. It meets the beats again. Look at me go.
Oh.
What happens if it succeeds?
Nothing happens at all. I have wasted my turn. Nothing has happened at all.
Yeah, no, on a failed save. So yeah, it's a nothing.
Yep, save or suck.
You watch the sheer heat of this thing disperses the cold energy. I'll go ahead and give you this. it wasn't going to take more damage from cold.
It's fine. That's my turn, I guess.
Okay.
Who's next?
Infantry. All right. The one directly below, whose friends just kind of exploded, and now he's on fire, he's going to immediately stop, drop, and roll. He's going to play it safe and not die. He's going to use his action to put out the fire on his back. His buddy up top is going to be called up by the tiefling and the general. They're going to run up. And this one's going to hop up on this rock. And aim down at you guys. He's going to see Adeyru move close to a tiefling inquisitor and attempt to protect leadership by firing at Adeyru.
It's fucking Polly, isn't it? God damn it, Polly. You know this, Polly. You know better.
This is not Polly. Polly is not here. They're both going to fire at you, sadly, because you're the only one who is,
That's fine.
out in the open. Actually, no.
AC 19.
Disadvantage on the shot? Would they take it? Yeah, I'll split them. One for you, one for Alistair, actually. Fuck.
If they miss, can you roll to see if it hits me?
Nah, sadly, he's a magnet for bullets.
Yeah, he's just gonna take it.
He's going to take it. That's 17 plus 3, 20 to hit. So that's going to do a total of 16 piercing damage. Musket fire.
Joke from the Twitch stream, that's when Adeyru yells, "Get behind me."
Nah, Reyes isn't here.
Right? Evalina.
I guess I'll use...
Adeyru sees Evalina waffling a little bit, and he just says lowly to her, "Strike me and flee."
Okay. I strike him and flee.
Okay. Do you hit him, for real, or are you going to make a performance of this?
I'm making a performance. I'm not gonna actually hit him.
Roll me a performance check.
I appreciate that.
23.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll for the 4 people who can actually see what's going on.
Can I aid here? Does it matter?
Yeah. You could give her advantage.
I don't know if I can. I rolled a 10, but I tried.
You just give advantage.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I did slightly better. 24.
I thought you had to roll for it. My bad.
24. Congratulations on your cool kayfabe wrestling move that you do on Adeyru. That's totally believable.
I'm gonna follow after... What's his nuts?
Eric.
I don't like him. He doesn't need a name.
And yet you're following him. I don't know why you don't like Eric. This is the same problem that I had with Adeyru. What is wrong with Eric? He's nothing but helpful.
Simple and helpful. That's all he is.
All right. Is that all you do? For Evelina?
Let me see if there's a quick bonus action I want to do. I cast Divine Favor on myself.
Divine Favor. Okay.
My attacks now do an extra d4 of radiant damage. That's it.
Okay. The Brian infantry general who got rocked by the crossbow bolt is going to call for every soldier to reload their musket, allowing them to reload them on his turn. You watch as they all rapidly reload their guns under his command. That is the action he takes. So he gives them all their shot back. You do see that he is fumbling within his belt for a grenade. But that's going to be the end of his turn. He's going to retreat from the edge there so he doesn't get shot further. He now has full cover. That's the one. And now it's going to be the burner's turn. One burner already got boomied. He got bloated it up.
Exploded.
I made him go boom.
This one's going to... Let's see. Can he do anything? Yeah, no, he's just going to hold his action and take a step back like the other guy so that he can't get shot since they know that you guys are shooting at him. Both of them are going to step back and hold their actions. You watch the head of a human and a kobold sort of back away from shit after you've fired at them. Everybody on the ground level can no longer really see most of the people up top except for the two gunmen.
Running scared.
That makes it Eric's turn. Eric's going to pop up and grapple the one that tried to back away. Eric's going to pick up this gnome and throw his ass off the cliff.
Fuck that guy.
He's got 2 attacks. He wins his grapple. This guy's going for a little trip.
Wonderful.
You watch the guy back away briefly, and then you hear,
Not getting away that easy.
and then you see him sail toward you. He's going to take 2d6 damage from the fall.
Does he explode from the fall?
Oh, it's a good point. Let me roll. He hasn't fired yet. He rolled a 10! Fuck!
Yes!
Fuck!
I love that!
Yeah, he does. Hey,
A second explosion.
he dies. I'm not going to bother with hit points when somebody gets thrown from a 10-foot cliff and explodes. All right. The Inquisitor's turn. The Inquisitor is going to... What can he do at the range he's at? Fun fact, you're just out of reach. He's going to step forward 5 feet, and he's going to cast Command at you, Alistair. I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
How dare he? Who does he think he is?
Commanding. The commander, in fact.
Does a 15 do it?
A 15 does. It does do it.
That's right. I will not be commanded by you.
Yeah, he tries to tell you to flee. You do not feel compelled. It's not that fucking compelling.
Not the fucking compelling guy.
He's going to finish using the rest of his move action, realizing that didn't work, and he's also going to back away so as to not be shot.
He's gonna get thrown off a cliff.
Yep. One of the things is going to hold its action, but the other one that fell down from the cliff, the Burnished Heart, they're called, the automaton, that is a weird, blasphemous version of the Spirit of the Forest, is going to get up and charge into the woods toward Adeyru first. Adeyru. What's your armor class again?
19.
Alright. Oh, fuck. That's a miss. It's going to charge right past you. You dive out of the way. You watch as everything that it touches bursts into flames.
Like fuck I do.
Yes?
First of all, no.
I mean, yes.
It stops at me.
I mean...
I do not allow that to go past me if possible.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't he have an AOO?
He does. That's the way you word that.
I will take damage
No.
before I allow that fucker to get back into the woods.
No, you dodge. What do? You have an attack of opportunity as it moves past you.
Can you grab with... I can grab with that.
If he wants to grab it, yeah.
And couldn't that, if you hit it, stops it, doesn't it?
No, because I don't have Sentinel or anything like that.
If it tries to go past you, it moves past you out of your range and thus can be hit. Yes. You do not need Sentinel to make an AOO.
Don't worry, Jay, not one.
Bro, maybe swept your dice out? I don't know.
I have.
Bummer.
It's one of those nights, man.
Oof, bud.
Alistair, your turn.
I fly straight up, which means I'm not going to change my position on this map in front of us.
Okay.
30 feet, so now I should be able to see these guys trying to hide from me.
Absolutely. I did not expect that shit. Absolutely not at all.
Yeah,
Archers shouldn't be able to fly. That's some bullshit.
yeah. And you know what's funny? I'm going to do all that shit again. I'm going to do a arcane shot, bursting arrow, and I'm going to sacrifice 5 to do 10 extra damage on the guy who just tried to command me.
Okay, the tiefling. Got it.
Yes.
The Inquisitor.
Not one, so it misses, but
Put.
by sacrificing my bonus action, I'll hit the guy next to him. 17 hits.
The guy next to him. Oh, the fucking general?
Yes.
Yeah, man. He hits. I don't think I need to ask you to roll damage on him.
Oh, but you will need this 2d6 force damage that hits anybody in the area.
Oh, okay.
Because the other guy's in the area. That's a 6 total.
All right. In what range? People within the area? Is it just the Inquisitor? Or
10 foot.
10 foot range? So yeah, just the Inquisitor.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I have a second shot. So I take my second shot.
All right. The Inquisitor gets hit with that force damage, is rocked, and who are you attacking now?
Back to the Inquisitor.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
That's a hit?
Yeah, 17 plus 12, so it's actually way more than that. It is, in fact, a hit.
No shit. How do you add 12?
Oh, I fucking broke this guy. Don't you worry your pretty little head. He'll take 9 damage.
Yeah, you shoot him twice. Is that the end of your turn?
Sure is.
All right. Adeyru, now it's your turn.
Does a 13 or a 16 hit the metal thing?
Think so. Ooh, the 13 does not.
All right.
Clanks off its big metal hide.
Yeah, they were rages, and rushes forward to use his reckless attack. The first hit misses. 16 hits, right?
16 does hit.
He does 10 damage with his second attack, and that is my round.
Your second attack, as it hits this thing hard enough to cut into its hide, a blast of heat hits you in the face for 2 fire damage. Like, you break open a chunk of the steel and just a blast of fire hits you in the face.
Okay. That's it. It's my round.
No move?
I had to move up to him to hit him.
You have 30 feet of movement, my man.
I'm trying to continue to engage this creature.
Okay. I use my 30 feet of movement to circle it twice.
Yeah, I move up to it, I whiff, and then I hit it, and then I stand there, because that's...
Yeah, no, I get you. I was like, no, I'm going to use all my movement. I move around it in a big circle.
I'm just going to run around it.
Because it's 5th edition, and it's stupid. As long as I do that, it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
You know what? That's a fair point. I can go in front of it, so it has to try to push past me to go deeper.
That is what to do, yes. All right, the infantry was told to reload by their general before he was viciously cut down. They are going to go ahead and fire at... They're going to fire at Alistair and Eric, who has appeared behind them. Oh, shit. 15s for both. What's your armor class, Alistair?
18.
18? Nope. Meets a beats. +3. Ooh, Alistair. That's a good shot. Alistair, you're going to take 19 piercing damage.
For sure.
And Eric is going to take the fucking same. More, in fact. 20. Okay. Oh, yeah. That one. He put the fire out. He can fire now. He hops up and he takes up position with Evalina. Bayonet out. What should we do, Inquisitor?
I am not your commander.
But you're of higher rank.
Did you see your assailants up top?
Only for a second. Martin went down in seconds, and then they were gone.
Well, we can see these assailants, and they are much worse, yes?
Yes?
Up the cliff we go.
Okay. Then he's gonna go ahead and just hold his action and walk with you. Evelina's turn.
Oh, yeah, I walk up the side of the mountain with this gentleman's very kind help.
Sure. I'm gonna say that it's definitely difficult terrain.
Yeah.
If you're just walking it, you've got to go all the way to the end, essentially, to go up there. If you want to climb, you can go up there quicker, but you can just treat it as difficult terrain otherwise.
Yeah.
There's like a ravine that slowly gets shallower until you get up top.
All right, yeah. I'm at the edge of the ravine, going up. That's where I'm going. I'm walking up it. It may seem silly, but if I can escape with one of these guys just to get enough information and then kill him, that's my idea.
Sure, he follows you. He held his action to do what you did. You moved, he moved.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Exactly. Is that your whole turn, his movement?
I double moved.
Okay. General's dead. The burners' turn. The burners are going to just start setting fire to like the whole area behind them. He's trying to close off this section of the map. I'm going to go ahead and draw some fire. He's sort of hemming you guys toward the one side, but he also is like panic firing. He doesn't know what to do.
The burners? What are they burning with?
Flame spear.
I thought we blew them up.
No, there's one more. There were 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 are down.
Gotcha.
He rolled a 10.
Get the fuck out. He blew himself up?
He rolled a 10.
He panicked.
Every time they use a flame spear, there's a chance it explodes. That is the way they work. And that chance goes up. You add like 1 every time, but if you get a 10, you blow up. He rolled a 10. He blows up.
Every single one of them is blown up. I blew one up. Eric blew one up. One just committed kamikaze on himself.
Another one blew one up.
All right. As the third flame spewer explodes, Adeyru's phone goes off with a commercial.
Hi, welcome to Unphone. Here's a commercial for one of the many products that you can find through the Unphone right now.
All around the primacy. Today we discuss some of the advancements in military machinery that has made our primacy an unmatched military force. The primacy special weapon, the flame spewer. This powerful piece of artificery puts the power of a mage in the hands of an everyday soldier. Easily carried and simple to use, this weapon ensures that the enemies of the primacy live to regret facing our fighting forces. But not for too long. The primacy flame spewer is bringing all new levels of danger and lethality to battlefields both near and far. This has been Giuseppe Rojo with another primacy update. Forever grateful, forever loyal. Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, who's next? Who's fucking next?
Boom.
Eric is next. Well, shit, I was going to throw me another one of them dudes off the cliff. Eric is going to go ahead and run up and try to shoulder check this dude off the cliff, because that's what he likes doing.
Hell yeah.
I think Eric steals my rolls.
Oh, he stopped. That guy succeeded. He sees Eric coming.
Holy shit.
It helped that a gnome flew past his head just a second ago.
And exploded.
Yeah.
He does get to try twice, though, and the second time the guy fails. So he's going to get shoved backwards 10 feet off this cliff. He goes tumbling.
Into that puddle of fire down there?
Yeah, man. That's right. That's on fire, because that's where the other flame spewer exploded, right?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Well, shit. All of my damage dice have been rolling the highest numbers, which is why flame spewers are exploding left and right. But it also means that everything is taking the most damage it can, including you guys and myself. Korean infantry died. Yeah, that's enough to kill him. He dies. He lands on the ground, seems fine until, he lights on fire.
Until then.
That makes it the Inquisitor's turn. The Inquisitor is going to cast...
Uno reverse him right off the cliff.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. It's a shame I didn't give these guys the push blast.
Oh, yes, the invocation.
Yes, I didn't give them anything of the sort. We're going to go ahead and give them the old-fashioned...
A grenade.
A grenade, yeah.
This is the guy that was pulling a grenade out, right?
No, that general died. He never got to throw his grenade.
Oh.
Oh, no. His grenade is on the ground next to his dead body.
Somewhere. Next to fire. There's fire everywhere. There's grenades laying on the floor.
Hopefully he didn't pull the pin. Actually, hopefully he did pull the pin. He was like, click. All right, I'm going to throw this soon.
It's more dangerous. There are fuse. He may not have, and it may still go off.
He's going to go ahead and hit him with the Eldritch Blast. There's just this. It's the easiest thing to do.
Old reliable Eldritch Blast.
2 blasts. 1 misses, 1 hits. It's going to be... Oh, now you roll garbage, huh? 5 damage to Eric.
Don't worry, he's not going to be alive for much longer.
I'm telling you, Eric's a fucking menace.
Hey, you guys coming up here or not?
I'm 30 feet in the air. I don't think he's talking to me.
The heart is going to charge at Eric as well. It's going to sort of mirror your fight that you're having down below, and misses, mirroring your fight as well.
Does he charge off the cliff and explode?
No.
Does Eric make an attack of opportunity and miss, mirroring our fight below?
All right, Mitch, it's going to roll 3 attacks against you, 2 with its hooves, 1 with its antlers. Your AC is 17?
AC is 19, but it has advantage.
It has advantage? Okay, the antlers missed, but the hooves do not. But that's good news for you, because they're weaker. It's 12 bludgeoning and 5 fire damage.
Got it.
Gives you the 1-2 hoof. That makes it Alistair.
Ah, we're back to me.
No, Jay, it's a lister.
A lister.
A lister.
Alistair.
Alistair Crumley.
I quickly switch to my +2 bolts and sacrifice 5.
Okay.
16 plus 9 hits, I'm sure.
Yeah. You're shooting the Inquisitor again?
Yeah. He's going to take 19 damage from the first shot.
Whew. Okay. What type?
Piercing.
Just all piercing? Okay.
All piercing. Then I'm going to... Oh, shit. I literally was on my way to saying I'm going to sacrifice the 5 again.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled a nat 20. So I definitely hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's going to take 28 damage.
Okay.
That's my 2 attacks.
He moved forward. You are now within 60 feet. That was why he did that. I need you to roll a reflex save as he hits you with Hellish Rebuke.
Reflex is one of my good saves.
You need a DC 13. What'd you get?
I got a 10. But I'll Indomitable it, because why not? I don't want to let this guy hit me. 16.
All right. Half damage.
Quarter damage, because it's going to be fire damage.
Yeah. 12 fire.
Nice.
12.
12 halved.
3.
Halved. Yeah.
At least it quarters out nicely.
Yeah, right.
3 fire damage. I'll take that.
And he looks bad.
Oh, real bad?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fly 30 more feet in the air and then action surge.
Okay.
Why not? Comes back on a short rest. I'll probably get a chance to short rest after this.
So you just went higher?
Yep.
Okay.
Action surge, and I rolled an 18 plus what's now way more. It hits for sure.
Yeah, he dies. What does it look like when he dies?
I fly further in the air. I level my heavy crossbow, and I go, "What do you think of me?" And I fucking just send an arrow straight through his eye socket.
It's so weird. He just got 100 extra health. He has a second form.
Oh, wonderful.
It's so fucking weird.
I have a second attack.
All right, who are you attacking with the second attack?
It looks like the only thing that's like major left is these mechanical creatures. So I'm going to just attack one of those. I'll sacrifice 5 on this. That's 17 before I add anything, so I'm sure it hits.
Yeah.
It's going to take...
Shoot Eric in the face.
Why would he do that? Eric's a fine idiot who's great.
Claim it was an accident.
It's going to take 24 damage.
24 damage?
24 piercing.
Shit, man. Nice.
Yeah.
You pierce a big old hole in it, and it starts spewing fire like a propane tank.
Wonderful.
This motherfucker just did more damage with 1 hit than I did across 3 attacks.
Yeah, well, you forgot that you're a barbarian first, is why. You need to stop pretending you're anything else.
I missed twice.
Yeah, well, don't suck.
Also, I'm 9 levels of unadulterated fighter.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do that.
It's still frustrating.
Of course. That's the end of your turn, I assume?
Yeah.
All right. Adeyru.
I assume 18's hit.
Yeah, they do.
Sorry, it's an 18 base. I hit twice. Adeyru just cuts 2 more cuts across the back of its haunch, doing 10 damage and 10 damage.
10 and 10?
Yep.
What does it look like when you kill it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh.
Adeyru cuts its back end off.
I'll tell you that you don't know what it looks like when you kill it, because both times you hit it, you are hit in the face again with hot blasted air. So that's going to be 10 fire damage.
Holy fuck, for real?
Yep. It dies. And Adeyru has a move action and a bonus. What are you doing?
Is the cliff difficult terrain?
You can do a climb check.
As I said to her, if you move up the ravine, it is difficult terrain. A climb check means that you would get there much quicker. It is difficult terrain, but it's a climb check.
I'm going to try to beeline for the last guy that's up there.
Okay.
I can get right up in his face, maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah, you move ridiculously fast. You can be there. I need an athletics check, though, to scale the 10 feet. Oh, there's a rope. You get advantage. There is a rope that they were using to come down. And a chain.
Thank fucking God. Thank you. You saved me from another fucking 2.
I thought we learned our lesson in the prologue that we never released to the general public about climbing things with a dare.
I don't want to, but it's 300 feet around the other way. I've already done basically nothing. The man will die of old age before I get there.
What'd you roll for athletics?
16 base.
Yeah, you're up. You're up in front of the dude.
Yeah, it's fucking 19.
You end your turn right in his face.
That's it. Yeah, right in his grill.
I'm gonna explode that weird deer in a moment here.
Oh, fun fact, it's his turn, but he doesn't have a fucking bullet in his gun anymore. He's gonna try to stab you with his bayonet.
He can do that. AC 19.
He can't do that. Oh, he gets 2 melee attacks.
Oh, he has advantage.
And advantage? That's the same roll. That's a worse roll. That's a terrible roll. Yeah, that's a lot of nothing. He's not prepared for you to be there so fast.
Yes, Jay. I've had advantage on everything I've rolled and still sucked.
Stop using your dice. There's no way.
It's been a frustrating evening.
The infantry member that is following you is going to level his gun at Eric, Evelina.
Let him do it. Let him do it. Cast guidance.
I'm not casting guidance. I'm fucking...
Aid.
I'm walking up a ledge. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you technically go after him, but I would allow you to do anything should you choose to, but he is going to shoot Eric in the back.
Yeah, you can shoot Eric in the back.
Cast guidance. Give him a bonus. Use your smite on his bullet. I don't know.
One insight check that says he's a little shady, and you're okay with this? This is ridiculous. You people are bad people.
I don't know that man. And you know who I do know? Adeyru. And you know what? Adeyru is my homie. He's my dog.
We are trauma bonded.
All right. That's another 8 damage to Eric. Eric turns back, looks at the dude who just shot him, and looks at you and gives you like a, what the fuck? And Evelina's turn.
And I'm like, hold. And I turn to the guy because talking is a free action. And I say to him, it looks like most is lost here. We must go retreat into the woods. What was your mission so we may finish it?
I heard him say that we're driving him to the middle and that the main force would show up and attack. But I didn't.
Do you know if the main force is using the secret weapon?
What do you mean by that?
I don't mean anything.
Okay.
She has no fucking idea.
I want him to tell me what the secret force is. And then I'm going to tell him to run away.
You say that, and he gives you a I'm just a guy look. Like, I don't know stuff.
Run.
Okay. And he just takes off into the woods to the north. He gets about 10 feet before you hear what sounds like a jackal, and he disappears into some scrub.
I don't want no scrub. And then I'm going to move up towards the burnished heart. The only people that are part of the bad guys is this burnished heart that's still here. And this guy that Adeyru's fighting, right?
The burnished heart is fighting on its last order.
Yeah. I'm going to double attack it. I rolled a 19 and a 20. I shit you not.
I'm assuming that means nat 20?
Yeah.
There's all my rolls.
I don't think you'll need to go all out on that nat 20, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just basic. I'm not smiting or anything, because my smite's all fire damage. Doesn't really seem like it would be a smart move.
Well, the basic smite is radiant.
Yeah.
Yes, but my smites are all fire.
Your fancy smites are all fire.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I have my radiant thing attached right now, so I'm not really worried.
Oh, yeah, you have an extra d4 of damage or whatever, huh?
Me too. I forgot.
Oops.
It's been too long.
29 damage of slashing and 6 radiant.
Because, as you said, there is just him and a guy left. I'm gonna go ahead and say that when the Inquisitor hits it, it stops.
Yeah.
It's been programmed to follow Inquisitor orders. It stops. It gives you the closest thing to an artificial look of confusion, like a dog that just got whacked on the nose.
It turns its head sideways, but like 2 sideways?
Yeah.
It's weird. Don't do that.
Its head just rotates 180.
I'm just gonna yell at it and be like, you idiot, you hit me on fire too.
You did hit it, actually, so you do take a d10 fire damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
I rolled a 1. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Take half of 1.
Yeah, take half of 1 right now. Do the math.
Half damage rounded up.
Yeah, it's like I rounded up, so 1.
Reprogram D&D Beyond. Make it add 0.5 damage.
0.5 damage.
After Evelina's turn...
I don't know how to work most printers.
She doesn't. She's the youngest one here, too.
Eric just starts wiping his hands, but he looks over at Adeyru. You need some help with that one?
Adeyru doesn't answer. Adeyru's busy being mad.
He's got it. He's got it.
Alistair, it's your turn.
Is this thing still setting stuff on fire around it, even though it stopped moving?
Yes, but it's not more on fire. The grass underneath it is on fire, yes.
Does it look as though it can stop being on fire?
No.
Okay. If it doesn't look like it can stop being on fire, then I'm just going to shoot it with an arrow or two. Nat 1. Nat 20. Everything in balance as all things should be.
What does it look like when you kill that burnished heart?
I shoot it like it's an actual elk, right where its heart would be.
It collapses like it's an actual elk.
Yeah. And then I fly my way down.
Adeyru, there is one single soldier left. He's standing before you, and he looks terrified.
Oh, no. I can't let him live. He's seen Evalina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bummer, dude. Fuck.
I saved 1. 1 lived.
No, you didn't.
Well, one ran into the woods, and I said you heard the sound of a jackal, and then he went down immediately.
Well.
But this one could report back on you. This one could be a loose end. This one, I assume, has an AC lower than 17.
So as to reduce the risk of Adeyru being more embarrassed in this fight, what does it look like when you kill a man who has no chance?
What's his AC, Jay? What's his AC?
Mitch, you don't want to know what his AC is.
What is it, Jay? Is it 18?
No, it's only 14. You hit him.
Okay.
I'm just certain you're not going to roll enough damage at the rate you're going.
32 damage.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it, man. He had 16 health.
There you go.
I'm going to take some liberty here, but he turns and he sees Evelina do the thing, and Adeyru just says, I'm sorry, friend.
But you must die.
And Adeyru just does what he's got to do, and Adeyru drops him.
Yep. Kills him, drops him off the cliff. He's burning with the others below. It's at that moment that you hear a whistle, and 2 shifters step out where you can see them. Amongst the fire, you see them nod at you, and you realize that it was clear that they did not trust your call earlier. You failed your check, obviously.
Yeah, I assumed.
But they recognize you as a fellow shifter, but they are not making their presence known to the others.
Yeah.
I don't need more of those bastards around anyway. So.
Fair.
Adeyru, fail me a perception check.
I will do that for you. I am here to serve.
You have advantage, I help.
No, can't do that.
19.
Yeah. You do see that a frogman shifted is moving, to get into a position to fire what looks to be a blowgun at Evalina.
I catch the projectile, and I throw it back, and it hits another guy, because that's exactly how it works.
With her butt cheeks.
Exactly.
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet. We are out of combat. This is what's happening.
Who do you think you are? Raisk? Get out of here.
We all know Reyes would use his fish cleavage.
I'm looking at the burnished heart. I'm trying to understand how to kill these things better.
Sure.
There's gonna give them the stop and friend signals. More accustomed to mine. I assume it's more of animal compulsories, right? So it's stop and that's mine. Don't touch my biscuit.
Sure.
Hold on, I gotta roll if I'm gonna do it. Alright. I know. It's not for you to know, it's for me to know.
The frogman is not looking at you. He's getting ready to attack. The others look at you, and they give a bird chirp sound. And you see that he stops, though, from that command.
Yeah.
But he's still primed to attack. He just holds his action.
Can I roll to see what I learned from looking at the burnished heart corpse?
Yes, you may. That's what I was about to say. Roll me a intelligence check. Investigation. Let's call it investigation.
I'm an investigator. That's my whole job.
Sure.
I don't have as good of an int as I do wisdom, so it's only +6, 23.
Same. Except my int is trash.
Couple things that you notice about these. One, unlike many of the other Warforged, the metal sheeting or whatever that they are made of, while it still makes them very structurally sound, the heat makes them weak. So that like when you were attacking it, you found that you could crush and break the metal in ways that normally you probably couldn't have. That also means that hitting them makes you subjected to the fire. So you realize that being up close and personal with them isn't the best thing. The method in which your new friend Alistair killed them does appear to be the safest, most effective way to take them down. They are not bruisers like the average Warforged tends to be. They don't have a tremendous amount of hit points. And if you can do a significant amount of damage to them with a ranged attack, it would be best. Otherwise, you don't think that any particular method of attack is stronger. Other than they're immune to the fire damage because their own flames don't do anything to them.
Other than weaken them.
Yeah, the fire just sort of takes away what normal armor you think that these things would have. You also know that they'd be immune to poison.
As a construct, yeah.
Yeah, as a construct.
Well, immune to poison and fire, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Ranged attacks that hit hard.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be hard.
Cool.
That's what's going to work best because the metal heats up and becomes susceptible.
I love that.
Being up close and personal like we were is not the best because it hurts you with the fire as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, noticed. Thanks. It's a good lesson. Is this a normal reaction you have after combat?
Yes.
Neat.
I land,
Where?
like, right next to y'all,
Okay.
because now I can.
Just right in between us, sexually?
Sexually. I land on top of the fucking thing. It's not on fire anymore.
He teabags the burnished heart first.
Yeah.
I teabag the burnished heart. I have to.
Get wrecked, loser. That's what happens when you shoot somebody in the head.
Get wrecked.
Hey. He said he shot it like a real one. That's a pass through the heart behind the shoulder blade, loser. Learn your hunting, Jay.
He did actually say that.
All right, then you don't deserve to teabag him because it's just a torso shot. You get enough of those and they go down.
You don't shoot them in the head
Okay.
because it can ricochet off the bone plate.
All right, now I'm going to make fun of him for teabagging over nothing. That's what you do to gamers who do that.
You're right. I'm not going to teabag it. In fact, I'm going to fly up and I'm going to tie it to the front of my Buick. Anyways.
Makes more sense.
I knew this guy had brainworms.
As I land near them, I go, we're not necessarily out of the woods yet, are we?
We are still very clearly in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're just on fire.
Yeah?
Yep.
Adeyru is going to sign to the shifters, friends and where.
You get a look back like, really? This dude is a moose man. He looks huge.
I'm in danger.
God damn it.
She's got to roll to see if she's into it.
But he's going to wave at the others, and they're just going to back away into the woods. All right. There's fire all around you and smoke. It's not great. What are you guys doing in this scene?
How much fire are we talking?
If there is a tree, it looks like they spent time to make sure that that tree is on fire. There are trails through the underbrush where it was clear that the burnished hearts just charged through and set fire to everything wherever they ran. It looks like the primacy soldiers are going to sections of the woods and just sort of starting a brush fire the best they can, and then they move on to the next area.
I have a question for you. I have several spells that define unprotected flames. One of them says torch size or smaller, so I imagine that's useless. I can make one bucket of water. I can make one bucket of water 3 times. I can make 3 buckets of water.
A 5-foot space of fire would probably be doused or at least diminished by anything that would affect a 5-foot space. Is the short answer to any question you have.
Because I've got warding wind, which is a tornado around me that does stuff to small fires. And I've got gust of wind, which is a line of fucking 60 feet or whatever that blows shit out.
There are a couple of very large fires. Like I said, the trees that they managed to set on fire, it looks like the Brian burners really would set something on fire, the guys with the packs.
Yeah.
They've set larger trees on fire. You don't think there's much you could do about them other than to try to contain it.
Yeah.
The burnished hearts just set fire to like anything they walked by, but it's not like it's roaring.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. That was my question, is like, is there a point to using these spells? Can I make things happen with these spells?
There is a lot of little fires in this area. A few big ones. Mostly it's about a bunch of them.
If I see Adeyru attempt to put out the fires, then with a combination of the flapping of my enormous wings and the prestidigitation spell, I will also put out small fires.
Huh.
I mean, prestidigitation can put out a campfire, and the wings might actually just spread fires. Take that as you want.
The spell that you had in mind, Mitch, is it a leveled spell or a cantrip?
Yes. 2nd level.
Adeyru believes any one of those spells would end a section of fire. He could probably block the fire from moving in a direction. Point being is you could help control this fire, but you don't think you could put it out.
Yeah.
But controlling it would help. It would at least make it so that it goes in a direction where it would die on its own, as opposed to further into the woods.
Yeah, you can run it into itself. The other option is we just go full on Dust Devil, and we use the Self-Tornado spell, and we just repeat cast Mold Earth to fill it with dirt, and just dirt blast the fuck out of everything.
Interesting. I'll say that you can control the fire. Just pick a spell, whichever one you want to cast. And he can do little fires, like you said. That's a great way, I think, to put up little fires, prestidigitation in your wings. I like it. Sounds cool. It would be a lot of work, but you can definitely do what Adeyru is doing and try to hem the fire off in one way or another. In the meantime, Evalina is sitting with Eric because she's not doing anything. So,
I mean, I'm much better at creating fire than putting it out. So,
Fucking same.
He's going to preface this conversation with,
So, nothing you can do to help?
almost everything I can do creates fire, and there are no people to save in these trees.
Natural born troublemaker, I get it. Same.
Evelina tilts her head, and she goes, "Why do you try so hard?
What do you mean?
I do not believe you are the idiot you put on.
I'm not trying to be an idiot.
The jovial, helpful... What is your real aim?"
Oh. My real aim is to help people.
"To what end?" And I cast Zone of Truth.
ooh, okay. What's that save again? How's that work?
Impossible. You'll never get it. It's actually a charisma save, so he might get it. But it is a charisma save of 17.
Okay. You know if they pass or fail?
I do know if they pass or fail.
He rolled a nat 20, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Get fucked, Jay.
I'm sorry.
Get fucked.
Lie and tell us you used a story point, so we at least get a story point out the deal.
No, I don't have to.
I use a story point to make him re-roll.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I do. I just unclicked it right now.
Explain to me the narrative of that. I'm not going to say no, but why does he have disadvantage on this roll?
He has disadvantage on this roll because this is something that I'm very much investigator, and I'm peering into, and I'm using this, and I think I came off and I was questioning him, and he was ready for that, but I don't think he was ready for me to cast Zone of Truth as well. I think it puts him on the back foot. Also, I really want to know.
I'm going to say that he chooses to fail.
What? You want the truth? That badly? You could have just asked.
I did ask.
No, you asked me questions and I answered them. Still answering them. But now you have magical backings that you'll believe it this time. What do you want to know?
Why are you so helpful? What do you hope to gain from it?
Helping people always puts me in a better position. Whatever's going on around me, by being helpful, I make friends.
And where do you hope that takes you?
It's not where I hope it takes me. It's where I hope I can take them.
Who? Your friends?
My new friends. I'm a member of the Blue Dawn. You familiar with them?
Of course.
But what do you know about the Blue Dawn as an Inquisitor?
Oh, well, you hear the stories, but I have met and spent some time around Blue Dawn. Fine enough folk, but I don't think they'll be able to overwhelm the primacy with their means anytime soon.
What if I told you that was never the intent?
What is the intent?
To live free. Well, Inquisitors for one. You bunch tend to tell people how to live their lives.
I don't take that personally. But do you know of Inquisitors?
Very much so.
And that it is not their will that they are imposing upon you? If you kill a child who has been told every day for their life they must kill to protect their family, and they kill to protect their family, does that make them evil?
I don't care about good or evil.
I think everything is a shade of grey.
The Blue Dawn is a peaceful bunch. I'm not peaceful. I will do for the Blue Dawn what they cannot. Like throw people off a cliff and watch them explode. I enjoy that.
To be honest, it was impressive.
Thank you.
Why does Adeyru not seem to take to you?
Because I am too helpful to too many people.
You realize that what you are doing is a form of manipulation. Not that there's anything wrong with a little manipulation here or there, but perhaps in a mind like Adeyru's, where everything has been black and white his whole life, your grey is black to him.
There are some people who I've come across in the past who do think of things in black and white, and we've never seen eye to eye. Adeyru just might be one of them.
What do you think we should do with this situation we are in? And I will remind you, you cannot lie. Although you fought very hard at first. And I will tell you exactly what I think we should do as well, although I am afraid to tell our friends.
I think that there are two sides in this conflict gearing up for one hell of a fight. And my habit, the one that causes all of you to distrust me, is to make sure that I'm right in the center of it. Because no matter who wins, I will learn a lot, or be right where I need to be to affect it the most.
I think, and I really want you to open your mind to this idea. I think what we must do, perhaps, and there's like a lot of weight on this perhaps.
He leans in and he puts his hands on his cheeks like a girl waiting for a secret. Like, who do you like?
The primacy will be converging in the middle on the broken circle. Both are problems.
He shrugs when you say both are problems.
Both are not one to work with us. Either way.
He shrugs again.
Perhaps we let the primacy burn with the forest. As the forest spirit will revive eventually in its new form.
The primacy and the circle are already burning.
We just don't allow the primacy their escape route.
That'll be difficult. They have very powerful mages. It's hard to really predict what they'll do. It sounds like, from what little I overheard you saying to that guy, that they're probably talking about bringing in one of the Grand High Inquisitors to this fight. Maybe even Sieko himself.
Which, if we focus there, throw enough chaos, perhaps we might be able to get a decent shot at Sieko. Use this to our advantage. Instead of trying to save a burning forest, we neuter the primacy.
I think that Sieko is a man of rules, and if you're going to try to break the rules to get him, you're going to find that harder to do than you think. But I'm all for it.
I don't need to break the rules. I just need to break the walls.
But what is a wall but a rule?
I am an Inquisitor. I suffer from the same affliction, to a lesser degree. I know their rules. I know their powers. I know their organization.
And you want to break all the rules? I'll answer your question a little bit better. I like breaking the rules.
Gotta roll again.
That was kind of sexy.
That was kind of bratty. I just needed to see how I feel about brats, you know?
Yeah, Eric's a brat. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was turned on by myself just now. I get it.
I don't think the tree humpers are going to agree with our ideas.
He acts like he's thinking about it, and then he shrugs.
There are a lot of walls to break, a lot of men to, well, kill. And I've decided I've changed my mind about you. For now.
You made up your mind about me?
Every moment is different. As an investigator, you have to follow a path until it takes you to a new path.
He gives you like a little snap, points at you, and he goes, keep breaking the rules. Even your own. It's at that time that Adeyru and Alistair...
Oh, man. I got 10 minutes. You got time. I got a 10-minute spell, buddy. You got fucking time.
That was about a 10-minute conversation, I'll be honest.
Yeah, we were chit-chatting. We were getting to know each other.
Does Adeyru want to do anything while he's out in the woods?
Oh, Adeyru's deafened. He can't hear a goddamn thing.
He's deafened?
Yes.
He's deafened by his own spell. That's why I felt so safe.
Yeah. It's the tornado one. Warding wind. Adeyru is deafened by his own fucking spell because he's in the middle of a leaf blower.
What?
I am become leaf blower.
As you move, do you and Alistair work together, or are you on your own?
Oh, I mean, we work together to the extent of I can't hear or see a goddamn thing.
I know we're working together.
To be honest, I don't think there would be much point to working together. Like, him and I do the same thing, so working together on the same task is kind of a waste of time.
Sure. My question to you is, do you move away from Alistair?
Oh, probably. I just move around the area doing what I can.
When you move around deeper into the woods, kind of following the fires, darting into the circle, more like barging into the circle, the moose shifted steps into your howling, forced into the eye of your little hurricane.
And he goes, what?
Yeah. Adeyru uses mold earth and fills the exterior of the tornado with dust as a visual shield.
Yeah, he steps out of the woods and you blot out what's going on. Explain yourself.
We're both deafened. I can't hear him. He can't hear me. This spell is stupid. We are both deafened completely.
He realizes his error and goes away.
Come on, we got hand signals. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, he's jerking off. That's his hand signal.
We've got rudimentary sign language.
We've established that you have some sort of chirping animal language that you use, but no, you do not have fucking sign language.
They share a passionate kiss.
Yeah, it gives you all the data you need.
First of all, I promise you they do. Second of all, sure, we can do that. We can do the cloacal upload. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You smell each other's butts. That's it. You sniff each other's ass, and you get everything he's been up to all week.
So that's how he knows where he's been.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's really hard to do the tornado, but we work it out.
Yeah, takes a little longer.
You just circle each other a little longer. That's all.
Yeah, fuck, man. No, it's just... It's not even like creatures outside can't hear. Just if you're within 20 feet of me, you get fucking...
Yeah, sure. We're embracing this. He looks at you. He nods over to the woods, and then he leaves again.
Okay. Hey, he gave me a direction. That's all I needed.
If you're going to commit to that bit, he's going to do that and move on.
It's fun. That's all I needed. That way. That's all I needed. Adeyru is going to spend the 10 minutes putting out the fires. And then he is going to loot, and he is going to collect a trophy.
What kind of trophy are you looking for?
I have yet to procure myself a fancy hat.
Fantastic. The Primacy Inquisitor has one of the classic tricorners.
No, fuck you, stupid. Adeyru is going to take the skull and rack from one of the bronze deer.
Beautiful. Yes. Okay.
Adeyru, would you like me to fashion that into a hat or mask for you?
You are able?
I have some ability, yes.
Hey, no offense, where's 9? Isn't she the one who did that for you?
I love you know I made my stick all by myself.
What stick?
And he shows his stick!
And then Adeyru pulls out his cool stick.
He did make it by himself. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Hat, much in the same way, and he just uses druidcraft to grow grass and vines.
Is that Vivaldi's skull?
It could be.
Neat.
You know, I barely knew the man, but he did come over to dinner before.
Those are the right horns then, right?
I regret to inform you, he will not come over any further.
Well, I don't think I'm welcome at home anymore either. Not after saving you when Gredo cornered us and my father.
The Primacy Inquisitor had a +1 rapier, as they tend to do.
I wasn't even going to loot. Thank God somebody said something.
Adeyru looted, so there are sadly nothing to find but 3 blasted craters where 3 Brian burners were.
Look, I'm not going to lie, I didn't want those.
Yeah, everybody had ringmail, everybody has muskets, everybody has, let's call it, a total of 200 gold pieces across all of the soldiers.
4 of us, 200 gold pieces, that's 50 each. I look for any jewelry when we start looting.
Alright.
I will call that amidst the treasure.
I was thinking more like returning jewelry to like a family crest.
Dog tags, effectively.
Yeah, you find some rings and family crest. Yeah, you find everybody has some sort of memento.
There is at least one bomb.
You do get a grenade. It did not go off. There is a grenade.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
I take my 50 gold and the dog tags. That's all Evalina wants.
Okay.
As I'm like gathering the things, the dog tags, I look up at whoever's nearest me and I say, is it weird or bizarre or wrong that I wish their families to know that they are dead and have their items returned, even though it is by my hand?
Oh.
I do not think compassion is wrong in its own.
Maybe a bit misplaced at the moment.
I miss Nine. She would have known what to say.
You are doing a kindness for people you do not know. The kindness is giving them closure, regardless of why. Their family member is dead. You are simply letting them know. Whether that is a kindness or a curse, I could not say.
Well, look at you. You've grown a soul all of a sudden. Last time I saw you, you were killing men indiscriminately in the woods with Risk.
They still do that sometimes, but if I do it, it's wrong. I'm still learning the dogma.
Kill when must be done.
Hate to break up all this heartfelt talk, but now that these fires are out, now that these ones are at least somewhat under control, the rest of the goddamn forest is on fire.
Well, at least there's one less group lighting new ones.
I'd like to take that number down to 0, if possible. Are you with me?
Does anyone need a rest or healing before we move on?
Eric shakes his head. You watch that man get shot twice. He seems remarkably well off.
Adeyru is visually not looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen Adeyru get fucked up. Adeyru's not, dying, but he's not doing great. He is considerably disheveled, to say the least.
I could take a breather.
We'll take a short rest.
Sure.
Just a quick rest here.
It'll allow us a moment to be able to plot where we're going next.
I look at Adeyru and I go, are you going to be catching up with your friends?
Yes. I think I should scout the perimeter here.
Should I dump into you first level, second level, or third level cure wounds?
I'm at about half.
All right, 3 it is.
I'm also a barbarian. I'll walk it off.
I mean, if you take a short rest too, you guys get some dice.
Well, he's going to go meet with his people, and so I don't know if he's getting a short rest. That's my character's thought process.
There's potential he doesn't, but he might.
I'm rolling up the health now. 8, 7, and 5.
With the way he's rolling checks lately, he could make them go from 0 to hate him in 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get 25 health back.
Okay.
I go, I will stay here with these men, and hopefully we can all rest up quickly, and you'll be back in a moment.
If you are not averse to it, I would like you to come with me.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
Of course not. But you will be among my kin, one way or another, soon enough.
Okay.
I think it is best to do it on our terms now, perhaps.
I look at the other 2.
Yeah, go talk to the fucking wild folk, yeah. We'll just sit here amidst the wildfires.
I guess we'll plan where we go next. Just the two of us.
I did speak to Eric and gave him my thoughts. Perhaps you can explain your thoughts, and if they match up, we can follow that plot. If not, we can adjust.
First things first, let us meet my kid. Adeyru leads Evelina into the brush by her hand. Wait until you see the size of the cock on my moose friend.
The moment they leave the brush line, Eric looks at Alistair. It's like, they're going to fucking leave us here. They're not coming back.
It's alright, I know where I am.
There's no fucking way they're coming back for us. Absolutely not.
It's fine. I planned for that. So, Eric, what do you think of me?
Hey, Tavern Goers. Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. Today's tale featured Mitchell Travis as Adeyru, Jeffrey Lisk as Raysk, Ryan Santos as Number 9, Katie Mischief as Evelina Chopin, and Jameson Oxford as the Dungeon Master. Check the show notes to find where you can follow us on social media. Or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/torchlittavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/torchlittavern or at ko-fi.com/torchlittavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bretteagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by
Jeffrey Lisk.
Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories.